Hello, friends. I'm shooting this from my house because of the timeliness of the message that I want to share with you today. So please forgive any background noises or anything that looks unprofessional. My purpose is to share with you a story and invite you to help create an anthology of stories about us for others to help during this time. We hope that as of around April 10th, that the rate of new cases of the COVID-19 pandemic have peaked. And we pray that that's the case. And we don't want to downplay the medical implications of what have happened, but I also feel like it's important to recognize that we need to address the economic fallout. I have friends in Mexico who are scared because they eat from day to day and stores are closing. I know an orphanage in India whose children are eating one meal per day and they're watering down their rice and sleeping as much as possible to sustain life. I have a friend on Facebook whose colleague took his own life. The food banks are asking for our help right now. Friends from the Utah Food Bank and from the Los Angeles Food Bank have reached out and asked for help. And we're going to take the funds from these stories and donate them to the food bank or nonprofit of your choice. If this is anything close to 2008 or even worse, it's going to be rough. Our family knows because we went through it ourselves. This story that I'm going to share with you comes from our experience in 2008. And it comes from our hearts, and it feels a little bit personal to share it, but each of my children contributed at the time, drew pictures, and we wanted to remember and share this story, to remember to stay out of debt, to remember that we had help, and that there is hope. So I hope that you enjoy this story. Once upon a time, there was a boy. And the boy had a beautiful growing family. And the boy had a dream to provide for his family. And the boy started a business. And the boy's parents sold their house and invested their money into the business. And though the business had promise, it struggled. But the boy worked hard for his dream and paid his team before himself with debt. And then the economy struggled. And the boy was trapped. And the boy moved in with his in-laws, who helped him fix up a place to stay. And he fed his family with food storage and got a bleeding ulcer in his stomach. And the boy's dream faded to darkness. But good people brought food and supplies and a brand new fridge. And the boy's family helped. And his big brother gave him a car. And another brother an opportunity. And the boy and another brother lived together to save. But getting help was humbling. And the boy's dream became getting out of debt in 15 years. but it felt like trudging through mud. For every dollar of debt, the boy paid back $2.03. Then miracles happened, and the darkness dissipated. And, with help, the boy paid it off in 7 years. In summary, the total debt was $188,710. The plan was to pay it off over 15 years, from 2007 to 2022. Family helped with $40,000, and the boy paid off $384,444 in 7 years. Also paying back all those who had invested. And the boy never felt so happy to have $0 and yet have everything all the same. So that plan to pay off our debts would have almost come to an end right now. And through many miracles, we were able to pay off our debts by 2015 and be better prepared for what's happening today. But I wanted to share this with you, and I feel like I should share this with you because during that very, very dark time, I felt like I couldn't see any light. And I'm not quite sure how I got through it, to be honest. I'm sure I had some heavenly help, and I definitely, as you could see, had help from family and from friends. I want to make an invitation that we start a little series of stories that can be recorded in your own homes. But this series of stories is, sorry to get emotional. It's called You've Never Failed Until You Quit. And I feel like we should share stories with each other right now as we're going through difficult times so that people like my friend who took his own life will have enough hope that they'll be able to get through this time. So that's my invitation, that if you can think of a story or if you know a story that you'd be willing to share, just shoot it on your video and send it to me, and we'll review those stories and share the ones. We'll try to share everything that we can with everybody else. And stories that we share with each other help us get through hard times. So I can invite you to not give up and to share stories that will help one another not give up. Sorry about the sounds in the background. Again, we're filming at home. Sure appreciate you, love you, and don't give up, and let's get through this together.